Good morning, guys. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool. Uh, no word to say about the previous day price action because I have made a video already over there. Just let me know, guys, if you can hear me perfectly and everything is cool before starting this stream. Sound is cool, everything is cool, so no confusion, nothing. Just let me know that before going furthermore. I can see some of you here. Jinshit P, hello, brother. Teja, good morning, brother. Sam, good morning, brother. Raid Cherry, good morning. Trader Lutti, good morning, brother. We again hit all-time high. Good morning, brother. Yeah, we hit the all-time high, brother. Every day we are hitting the all-time high, uh, and it will keep continue. Okay. Hey, Abab, thanks for that penguin, brother, and good morning. King Julian, thanks for the penguin and good morning, brother. Good morning, very very good morning, by the way. Thank you, Chuk, for confirming that you can hear me perfectly. FL Trader, good morning, as well as thanks for the penguin. Vijaya, good morning, brother. And Vijaya Ahbab Trades, please don't miss the PM session. It's gonna be the members only live only, so you will be able to join as you are the members. So please try to join over there. If you're not able to join, don't forget to watch it later. So it's gonna be very important. So please try to watch it. So guys, thank you so much for saying that everything is cool. I'm happy because everything is cool. By the way, we'll talk about a bit about the price action. The market didn't start yet, and this is extremely bullish. You can see this market came until here and then come here. In yesterday's video, I told that if the candle can close around this line or above this line, this week will be important as I am studying this quadrant level from the week. So I'm trying to make sure that how I can use this week or the quadrant levels. I'm just trying to fix this. Okay. I'm now going to remove this -2 standard deviation because it has been broken over here so beautifully. So I don't need this -2 standard deviation anymore. I'll keep this two line, which is the TGIF line. Yesterday, market didn't finish the TGIF. Today, the most important thing was this TGIF line. Still, I'm thinking about that, of course. So my intention that this market will come toward that TGIF. Whatever. We'll talk about this a bit later. First, let me talk about this week. I'm studying this week quadrant level. So I'm doing the study. Try to understand how to do the study. Watching a video is not enough. So ICT has introduced the quadrant level with a bit explanation, not 100%, but he just gave an idea about the quadrant level of a week. I'm studying it, so I'm trying to find out how I can use a specific week to mark the quadrant level. So yesterday I was expecting if the body can close around the high of that week, then this week will be important because previously I have seen that it actually worked like that way. If it can close exactly to that line, then it worked so beautifully. And this week or today, actually until now, I'm not sure about the rest of the day, but until now I'm seeing that, oh wow, this week quadrant level is respecting so beautifully. The lower quadrant is over here. It has been respected so beautifully. So I'll keep it over here. Not going to give that much priority, but of course I'm watching it. Is it random or is it something like I can keep using again, again and again? So I will be really focused. I'll focus on the quadrant level. It is very important for me to learn this quadrant level for the week, and I believe that maybe after 1 or 2 months I'll get some very specific or precise uh, precise idea to use the quadrant level. I believe it. Okay, so still I'm studying, so the information I will provide you according to the quadrant level of a week. Don't take it like I'm not going to change that word later. I can change the word later because I'm studying it. So I hope that you guys will get my point. Uh, Abab, thank you, brother, for joining. Bhaskara, please join over there. Welcome, Jinshit. Welcome to the members community, brother. Please don't miss the PM session. Please don't miss this. Otaku, walaikum salam, brother. How are you? Jamie, good morning. Mahadi, good morning, brother. How are you, brother? You guys just keep messing around the world, okay? So please let the world to go with peace. I don't know what you are doing inside the Middle West. Please don't do whatever you're doing. I don't call it Middle East. I love to call it Middle West. Whatever. Hey, listing March. Walaikum salam, brother. Don't miss the PM session. Kuba, same to you, brother. Good night. Sorry, GN1313. Good morning, brother. T at the rate. So I don't know why. What does it mean? T at the rate. Sometimes you guys call me T9, T1. Now it is T at the rate. Thank you for calling T at the rate. Kuba, good night. I mean, GN means good night, right? We use this like that way. Jinshit, please don't forget to provide a penguin, brother. Please, just provide the penguin. I tried T2. Oh, okay. So you have used the shift button. That's why the 2 has provided you the at the rate of. That's cool, man. T2 and T2. Good morning, Raman. So guys, this is the fact so far I'm seeing. From the daily chart, it's extremely bullish. I am also bullish that TGIF line was important to me from today as well, but I can't simply say that it will fall for this TGIF before the market open. Market has already cleared the all-time high. Now, is it keep going higher or it will reverse to this line? A very difficult situation to decide that things, because you know that from the higher time frame I'm extremely bullish until this minus 2.5 standard deviation. I'm extremely bullish. Yesterday I tried to take the sell because I was expecting it will come here to this TGIF line, okay, 20% 30% of the previous week range. Today I was also expecting that it will come over here, but unfortunately this market actually went higher, took the all-time high already. I should think about that lines over here that market is going to trade. I'm just not sure what is going to happen. At the same time, overnight big run again. So market has moved from here to here, which is near about 150 handle. Like these times, market is not that much volatile. So the overall volatility is kind of 250. See, 250 is the overall volatility. If you look at this candle, the overall volatility is kind of 273. This candle has already given me kind of 150 already. It has given me 150. So overnight big run can cause the morning session, what to say, I mean the consolidation, and the PM session can be so beautiful. Of course it can happen, but we'll still try. As well as we don't have any news today. Yesterday also we didn't have any news. Tomorrow we have FOMC, that is not the with the statement. So 2:30 no conference. It's gonna be kind of just a news, nothing else. So far I have to think about these two TGIF line. I'm saying that, guys, I have to think about these two line that market is going to trade them. At the same time, if it keep going higher, it's gonna be very difficult for me to frame the buy. This market is extremely premium, so I really don't want to look for any kind of buy. Instead of that, I would love to look for the sell for these two line by today. At the same time, I'm watching that these quadrant levels are respecting. Okay, the low of this weak quadrant level is respecting so beautifully. So it's really a difficult situation for me to decide what is going to happen. Yesterday it was very easy to understand, but today it's bit difficult for me to look for the bias. Now if you ask me, are you bullish, I have no answer. If you ask me you are bearish, I have no answer. Just because of this week, if I remove that week from my chart, I'm extremely bearish. I'm not bullish anymore. As I'm studying this weak quadrant level, it is making a bit confusion over here, and I believe that until I'm not figuring this out, sometimes maybe I will have this type of confusion about the market. But yeah, overall, I love to think that this market will fall and it will come to this two line. Any of this line will be traded by today. That is my expectation from my daily chart. If it keep going higher, we'll try to figure out some kind of buying opportunity. Maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe we'll try to figure it out. And from the lower time frame, if we have some cute liquidity, then maybe it will be easier for us to frame the bias. From the daily chart, I'd love to come to the hourly chart, and from the hourly chart you can see this is that hourly last parabolic gap. Yesterday market respected this last parabolic gap, then this candle come here to this upper quadrant, sorry, the lower quadrant of that week. This that week from the daily chart, upper quadrant 50%, lower quadrant. Okay, so market actually came here to this upper lower quadrant, and then market went higher, come back again, tried to trade this, didn't trade it, respected the midnight open. How beautiful it has been respected. It's so beautiful things if you can use the midnight open and the 8:30 open, but that's a different explanation. I don't want to go with the midnight open and the 8:30 open, but most of the time you will see that midnight open and the 8:30 open, they respect so beautifully. Whatever, So far the bodies has respected this midnight open over here, but I would love to draw your attention over here to this last down close body close candle, which is my order block here around this area. Now you can say why this one is order block, as using the quadrant level of that week. I'm saying this is the order block, not the perfect one, by the way. This was the real order block, whatever it is. Then market came to the upper quadrant of that week, respected this upper quadrant, boom, took the all-time high. Whatever gap it is going to make here, if it can make any kind of gap, so this candle is going to close around 10 a.m. from that hourly chart. It's gonna be closed around 10 a.m. If it can make any kind of gap over here with above this line, above this candle, and below that candle, if there is any gap, I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell until that gap is not broken from the next hourly candle. So until 11, it's gonna be a low probability depending on that hourly chart. I'm not saying it's untradable. I'm saying that if I need for kind of confirmation or some kind of best case of scenario, then I have to wait for that hourly bullish gap if it can make any, and then I have to wait that gap to be broken, then I will be able to look for the sell over here. If it doesn't make any kind of hourly gap, then of course it can keep falling. I don't have to anything to say over here, nothing to say over there, just from the hourly chart. I'm not saying that this is all I have from this market. All I'm saying, this is kind of an uh, idea to frame a context in trading. So today's price is bit difficult for me to trade. First of all, the quadrant level has been traded, market is extremely bullish. I need to see this market will trade this, what to say, I mean the TGIF line. At the same time, this market has cleared the all-time high even before starting the AM session. As well as, I would love to draw your attention to the regular trading hour. So if you see to this regular trading hour, that was yesterday's gap over here. If I'm not wrong, that's not yesterday's gap. Yesterday's gap was, where was that? Where was that? Where was that? Yeah, here. That was the yesterday's gap, opening range gap. So I'm going to close it. Now look over here. This candle opened here. This candle closed there. So all the people who are the Wall Street trader, they're seeing this is a huge opening gap up from the hourly chart. This candle close. So actually I'm not able to mark it. This candle close. This candle open. Market fall a bit, start to go higher. Today also market is going to open here somewhere, right? Around here somewhere. I don't know where the market is right now. Let me actually check where the market is right now, so that I'll be understand. Is it's around 239. So it's around 239. What is 239? 239, 239, 239. Yeah, right now the market is around here, so I'm expecting maybe this market will open here, another gap up, gap up, open, gap up, another gap up opening. So people are seeing this is extremely bullish. This is another opportunity to think about the sell, because they will chase the market. Market closed here, gap up open over there. Yesterday they have seen market fall a bit, then went higher again. Today they are also going to expect the same thing, that market will gap up here, gap open up. Okay, so I don't know how to exactly say that. It will open here somewhere, and then this market will fall a bit, then it will go higher. It is my chance to think about the sell for the closing of this whole gap from yesterday. So I would love to see it will close this whole gap from yesterday. That is also my expectation from my today's price action. And as you can see, this market is extremely bullish. You can see it's extremely bullish, extremely premium. I don't want to take any kind of buy over here. To be honest, I don't want to, even though my bias is bullish, even though I would love to see it will come to this minus 2 standard, 2.5 standard deviation, but I don't want to take any kind of buy from there, not from any time frame. Okay, so kind of 50-50. I have no idea what is going to happen. I would love to prefer the sell because of the TGIF and some other liquidity. I'll show you in a moment. I would love to see that, but if it keep going higher, maybe that's gonna be difficult for me to frame the buy. At the same time, if any of you are bullish, please take the buy. I don't have any problem. So here you can see this low and that low, they are the relatively equal lows. So I have clean sell side liquidity over here. This is a sell side liquidity. Remember, it's not a line, it's a zone. So in here, people are seeing a buy zone over there. Okay, this is a support zone. Market went higher, and finally took that buy side liquidity or the all-time high, made a new all-time high. So I'm going to mark the new all-time high over here, and of course I will keep another line to the previous all-time high. It is also important. So just a second. Okay, so another new all-time high. So this is the new all-time high, this is the previous all-time high. If you take a closer look over here, this is a gap. Now until this market is above this gap from 15-minute chart, I'm bullish. If this market can break this gap, I will be bearish until this gap, okay, over here, until that gap. So if this market would love to respect this gap a bit, then there is a bearish gap, it will trade that bearish gap, then it will fall for this sell side liquidity. After taking this sell side liquidity, here is the TGIF line over here, that is the TGIF line, as well as that clean lows from the 1-minute chart. That is my extremely target for today, that clean lows. Overnight big run, as you can see, this market was too much expensive, or it was too much run around the overnight. That means before starting the stream, it already went, before starting the AM session, it was extremely bullish. I don't want to take any kind of buy because it is in premium. At the same time, I would love to draw your attention somewhere else. You see here, this is the leg from here to here. That was the leg. I was using this leg because this leg was coming from very deep discount. It has cleared the liquidity, came very discount here, then went higher. So I wanted to see it will trade the premium area. Now what do you see over here? This is coming from the discount and came to the all-time high. So when it came to the all-time high, it is in premium now. This is the premium. So this market was falling from the premium. When it was falling from the premium, I don't want to see that it will reverse from the premium again. I don't want to see that to that specific leg. This is the premium area. I don't want to see it will trade the premium area and then it will keep going higher. I don't want to see that. I would love to see this market will come to the deep discount because the premium job has been done over here to that specific leg. It reversed from the premium area. I'm very happy to see that. But now the market has to come back again to the deep discount, then it will go higher. Now here is the deep discount fair value gap. I'm not 100% sure about this gap, but I would love to see it will reach at least until this area, which is around the equilibrium. So if I use this line from here to there and mark the 50% of that specific leg, so just a second, why you are not there? Okay, from there to there, and if I mark the 50% over here, this is the 50%, which is the equilibrium. So I would love to see it will come at least to the equilibrium and then it can start to go higher. At the same time, this equilibrium level is with the TGIF line as well as below the clean lows. You see the clean lows from here, from the 15-minute chart, 1-minute chart. It will take all of them and then it will start to go higher. I don't have any problem with that. If this market is extremely bullish, it's going to be difficult for me to trade. I'm saying this to you beforehand. I don't want to see that this is going to happen. I don't want to see that. Okay, but if it happens, really I will have nothing to do. To be honest, I will have nothing to do. Even if my bias is bullish, even if it should come here, but I will have nothing to do by today if it keep going higher. I don't want to take the buy when this market is extremely premium. So from 15-minute chart, I will wait to see if this market can close below this line, which is actually on the 50-minute bullish gap and a very specific gap. If it can close out, if it can close below this gap, which is just above the 830 open. So right now this market is above 830 open and the midnight open. This is a dashed line. I don't know you will be able to see it or not. This is a dashed line. This is written as 8:30 a.m. This is the midnight open from today. So this market is above both 8:30 open and the midnight open. It's in a premium area. So when the market is around the premium, I should expect it will come to the discount. So that is why I'm still thinking that it will fall and it will actually come over here. I'm thinking like that way, but it can actually just keep going higher. If it happens like that way, maybe I will have nothing to do. Just simply I will have nothing to do. If you take a closer look from yesterday's price action, where this was the 8:30 open over here, that was the 8:30 open, and this was the midnight open, if I'm not wrong, that was the midnight open. Okay, so this is the midnight open from yesterday, actually from Sunday. It's showing that Sunday, but it's Monday midnight open here, and this is the 8:30 open on Monday. So market was above this area here, fall dramatically. It has fallen because it was in extremely premium above both 8:30 open and the midnight open. Then it has fallen. I'm more interested to see this thing will happen today as well. It will above this 8:30 open and the midnight open. It will fall again. I would love to see that. But from here to take the sell is bit difficult because I don't have any higher time frame period and there is some kind of bullish period. Market is extremely bullish. I have to wait for some kind of fall and the close below this gap. Here this gap, I don't care about this gap because though it is the last favorable gap, but if it can come over here, I don't give the priority to this gap right now. The reason is I don't have any beautiful sell side liquidity below this gap, so I don't want to see any kind of reaction from this gap. Instead of that, I will give the priority to that gap or this specific last favorable gap just because I have the sell side liquidity just below this last favorable gap. So from here to until this gap I'll be bearish and I will try to look for some kind of body close first below this gap before framing my sell. In the meantime, if it starts to go higher after 9:30, I will wait until 10 a.m. to get the clarification. And then after 10 a.m., if it is bullish, I'll try to frame the buy. In the meantime, if the market provides the buying opportunity or selling opportunity around 9:30 to 10 without showing, without closing below this gap, for example, around 9:30, market closed below this gap. Okay, so I'm good to go for the sell before 10. If market doesn't do that, that specific thing is not done before 10, market is extremely bullish, there is a setup, bull setup, I will not take that buy. I will wait, I'll keep waiting for the 10 a.m. for getting my first entry opportunity. So that is all from the market expectation from today, and I really love to wait until there is something obvious on this chart. I will try to open, I mean wait for that. If you have any question you can ask me. Again, I would love to say that it's difficult for me to read this market today just because of that weak quadrant level, because that they have been respected so beautifully. Now it will keep going higher, it will fall, I should think about the sell. At the same time, market is around the all-time high, I have to take the buy. All of these things made the trading complicated for me for today. Yesterday it was cool, but today it's very complicated for me. I don't have any bias, I'm not bullish. If I say I'm bearish, yeah, I'm bearish, okay, but not like very confident bearish, just bearish because of the TGIF is not done yet and market is extremely bullish. Before the market open, it has cleared the all-time high, made a new all-time high. Just because of this, I'm trying to expect the bearish run. Otherwise, I don't have any bias. Thank you for understanding, brother. Good morning, Tevin. Sujivan, good morning, brother. MB Trader, good morning, brother. Big John Viking, good morning. Above trades, Monday high is taken. Yeah, that is also an important thing. Above, I really forgot to talk about this. Today is the manipulation day. This means today is Tuesday. Tuesday is the manipulation day, and market has cleared the Monday high. These are the Monday high, relatively equal highs that has been cleared over here. So if I look for the manipulation day, thank you, brother. Really, thank you, because I forgot to talk about that. I was ready to talk about that, but I forgot. So today is Tuesday, and Tuesday market has done the manipulation. Previous day high. What I'm saying? Previous day high has been cleared. So my target is previous day low. So wherever the previous day low is, I will keep looking for the selling opportunity for previous day low. So this is the 9:30 open. So let's see how this is going to work around 9:30. This is the 9:30 open. Okay, I'd love to go for the opening gap. So there is a very small opening gap. I have a huge opening gap over here. Okay, right. This is a very nice thing. If this market is bullish extremely, it can work as a breakaway gap. I don't want to see that, to be honest, but here I really would love to see it will keep falling. Should I mark it? Okay, let me actually mark it. So that is the opening gap from today. I don't think so it has any importance today, because yesterday's opening gap is much more prominent comparing with today's opening gap. But let's see how it is going to react from the opening gap. So what I am saying here, if the body close 15-minute body close below this gap from 15-minute chart, so if the 15-minute candle can close below this gap, I'll try to take the sell. If it keep going higher, I will wait for the 10 a.m. New York local time. Good morning, Seth Hunter. Neon Web Trades. Good morning, brother. Abab. Thank you guys for joining over here. Some kind of buy run is expected because people will start to think this is a bullish market. Gap up, then start to go higher, they will take the buy, and then this market will fall. That is the best case of scenario. If you can identify that things that it always do the opposite, then first thing start to think it is gonna go up or down, whatever it is. For example, you think like every day you will come around learning session and then you will think that it's gonna up today, and then you will frame the sell. Okay, because you know that always it works against your expectation. So you will expect first it will go high, and then you will frame the sell. Good idea, right? Time for Isha, brother. Yes, brother. But I will actually pray by myself after the live. I have to start the um, members only live around the PM session. So after closing this live, I will take my dinner as well as the Isha, and then I will start the PM session live. It's gonna be the members only live, by the way. It's my request. If you are my member, YouTube member, please join that live. Please join that live. It's a request. If you are not able to join, then please later watch it. Don't miss this. It's a very important thing I will talk about here about the session, because you know guys, sometimes you talk about the Asia session high, London session high, New York session high, whatever it is. I will talk about that by today's live. It's the I'm going to start with that, and then I will go step by step. Inshallah, brother, inshallah. What about me? Hey Imshi, what does it mean? I mean, what about you? You are good. You are good, man. SMT is going to form, I think. Let me check. I really would love to see first it will go higher a bit. Okay, first it will go higher because people will see gap up, then market is going higher. So they will chase the market, then market will fall. That is the best case of scenario. So I really would love to see some kind of buy run first, maybe until this last fair value gap, and then it will start to fall. I really prefer that one. Let me check what is happening with yes. What kind of SMT you are talking about? I don't see any SMT yet. SMT is going to form. I don't see any yet. Let's see. Hey, thank you, Fedi, for providing the penguin. Jinchi, thank you so much, brother. When is the live? Seth, this live is only for the members, and I can see that you are not my member. So it's just for the people who has the green name on the chat. You can see the stocks, Fadi, Jinshid, NQ Slayer. It's for them, okay? I'm sorry because I can't do it in public. Those people who will watch it, later ask them why I'm not doing it in public. It's gonna be a little contradictory. That's why I can't make it in public. It's not something you have to watch. Please don't think like that way. You don't need that. I will just talk about here. There's some kind of price action. Uh, how to say? I don't know, brother. Walaikum salam. Stux, how are you, brother? No, it's in YouTube, brother, but only the members will be able to watch it. So this market came to this last fair value gap. I'm really happy to see this. Now, if there is a fall, it's a good selling opportunity. But I prefer the body close below this gap first, then the sell. That is good for me. I would love to wait for that type of scenario. If it keep going higher, I will wait until 10 a.m. New York local time to frame my buy setup. I don't want to take the buy, to be honest, in this premium area, but if I have to, then maybe I'll frame the buy. But I'm not interested to take any kind of buy. Only in Dow there is SMT now. Mm, I don't have any other monitor. I have only this monitor. Whatever you are seeing, I'm seeing the same thing. So it's not possible for me to observe Dow, yes, and the NQ altogether plus USD. I can't do that. So I will stay with ES and NQ only. But if there is an SMT with a Dow, that's cool. That's cool, brother. The problem is in Discord, if I do that, I'm not able to record it. And if I do the live, if I join the live, I mean add that Discord to the live streaming in YouTube, the quality just gone. It's just gone. So that is why I don't want to do this in Discord. Instead of that, I would love to keep it in YouTube so that later people will be able to watch that video with high quality. It's gonna be there. Just because of that, I would love to do it in YouTube because the things I will show there, it's critical, a bit deep, a bit confusing. So if the quality is gone, then it's gonna be difficult for understanding. Just because of that, I would love to do it in just one live. Okay, let me do this live, please. Also, this is the appreciation for the people who actually took the membership. So kind of appreciation live, something like that. Think like that way, brother. Good morning, brother. I do every day public. Everything is public, right? If I just make one or two or maybe three to four members only live, please don't accuse me for that. It's a request. Good morning, MD Tanjim. Brother, you are from Bangladesh, right? I'm good, brother. I'm becoming happy in life. How are you, Chichu, brother? Let's get some money. Let's wait for making some money, brother. I hope that we'll be able to make some money. The PM session trade was so good yesterday. The short, absolutely, Habab. It was awesome. Okay, Tanzim, exactly from where you were from, Bangladesh, Bangladesh. I mean, which city or something? No worries, brother. No first farewell gap yet. Yeah, still there is no first presented gap yet. I think so. Let me check. I don't know how much is this gap. No, there is no first presented gap yet. See how this gap is holding the market. Just look at this 15-minute gap. That's why this gap is important to me. prior to prior to 9:30, the gap is obvious to you. It's a very strong gap from 15 meter. It's always a very strong gap around the morning session. Okay, so this thing I actually talked about around the area where I went for the Hajj. So I took 1 month off, in 2 month, almost 2 month off. So in that area I have talked about this gap, if you guys remember. From Dhaka. Wow, that's cool, brother. I'll be in Dhaka next Saturday, and just for 2 to 3 hours only. Dhaka is a crowded city. If you are not patient enough, you want to take the entry, go for the trade, brother. I would love to wait for something that is gonna help me to frame a trade. Yesterday, just around 9:30, we have framed a trade. Remember, and that was a booming trade. But today, the situation is I have to wait. This is kind of a situation where I have to wait. Otherwise, maybe we would be able to frame kind of trade around here. But we can't do it right now. We have to wait. I have to wait. But if you feel good to take buy or sell, go for that. Come on, baby. You know I done it. Da, 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 da. So for the last five gap is holding the market so beautifully. I'm happy to see that. Here what I have done, I have add the upper gap, very small gap with the lower gap, which is prominent to me. So I added two gap all together here. Hey Belmont, welcome. Welcome to the members area. Don't forget to provide the penguin, brother. Please provide the penguin. Guys, please go for the trade. If you find any opportunity, go for the trade. I am waiting. I will keep waiting until there is something that is clean to me. I will keep waiting. And welcome to those guys who are new here. Guys, it's a request. If you see someone new and join our stream, commented something, just welcome them, okay? So those people are with me for so long. This is your job to welcome new people. Hey, Michael, how are you, sir? Thank you, Mahdi, for sharing the Discord link, brother. I really appreciate it, man. My moderator are awesome. Mahdi, what is your bias, brother? If the whole morning session is consolidation, I will not take any trade. There is something good, I'll go for the trade. There is not good or clear enough. The price is not clear enough. I'm not interested to take any trade. So those people who are interested to gamble, I really appreciate it. If you find any trade, let me know. I will mark it and I'll write down boom for you. Kindly smash that like button. Yeah, guys, please don't forget to push the like button. It will help us to grow. I'm good, you brother. I'm cool, brother. Thanks for asking, brother. Belmont, thanks for the penguin, man. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for providing that penguin. Shachin, hello, sir. How are you, sir? Anybody has any question about the yesterday's video? If you have any question, you can ask me here as well, as I'm waiting. Good morning, Derek. How are you, sir? So even 9:30 a.m. candle is a suspension block and it's holding price down nicely. Oh man, I forgot to watch that video. How every time I try to watch that video, later I forget. I have to watch that video about the suspension block. Shit, I forgot to be honest, I forgot to watch that video. How to draw the medians? How to draw? How do you draw the medians? What is medians? Hey Gangjam, good morning. Thanks for that penguin, brother. It's the same as fair value gap with volume imbalance on both sides. Okay, so the fair value gap with the volume imbalance in its both side is called the suspension block or the candle up. I mean, it's gonna be the order block. But if that order block trade the fair value gap that has volume imbalance on its both side, you are going to call it the suspension block. Or the fair value gap is the suspension block. What is that exactly? So I wanna know how what is all-time high does it only means no price action behind it. I wanna know what is all-time high does it only means no price action behind it. What do you wanna know? I didn't understand it yet. My bias is bearish for this session. I'm also bearish, Verma. Sujivan, not bearish actually, but I would love to see the fall. Not bear. I can't say like I'm bearish. Okay, thank you, Sujivan, for confirming. The gap is uh, the I mean water block. I got it. No favorable gap need. Oh, okay. So it has to have some kind of volume imbalance on the both side, even if it's not the favorable gap. That is the water block. I will watch it. Okay, but thank you for giving me the idea. So I can say that this is that suspension block. This gap is the suspension block, right? Because it has a volume balance here, it has a volume balance here. So this is the suspension block, if I'm not wrong. Okay, thank you. Matthew, you are also interested to look for short. Thank you, Sajivan, thank you for narrowing it down, man. But even I will watch that video if I'm not forgot. But thank you so much so for giving me an idea about the suspension block. The sky, thank you. Yes, mark the whole thing. Okay, let me mark the whole thing. From there to there. So I think this is the suspension block. Was that a good idea to wait for the body close below this gap, or is it a bad idea so far? So far, okay. So far, what do you think? This was a good idea to wait for the perfect price action, or is it a bad idea to wait for that setup? Instead, I should have entered into a trade by watching this small price action after 9:30. What do you think, guys? Correct. Thank you, Sujivan. Thank you, brother. Good idea to wait. Thank you, John King Viking, brother. Thank you so much, brother. I think it's the best idea to wait for the setup. There is no trade. Absolutely, brother. There is no trade. But people doesn't want to wait. That's the problem. They will come. They want to see the entry. Okay. I prefer them to go to future scalper because you will get like maybe already he has outlined 5 trades already. Okay. So please go and watch him. He's awesome, by the way. I'm building confidence and patience to wait for the perfect setup. At the beginning it's going to be difficult, but if you keep doing that or if you keep trying, I promise you, brother, after 6 months you will be the most disciplined trader into your community. If you can keep continue trying it for 6 months at least. Waiting for setup, me too. No trade available, still not for, at least not for me. Yes, it's going down. Yeah, I can see it. It's going down. YM is also bearish. YM is bearish. Yes is bearish. NQ is consolidating. So I believe that NQ will join them later. I believe so. Okay, NQ is going to join them later. Noted for now, because YM is not taking all-time high. Maybe we can have have a like of divergence. We have to wait for 10. I talked about this at the beginning of this stream. I would love to wait for the 10 because of the situation, the market situation, the scenario. That's the best to wait for until 10. Actually, I don't sell often this waiting, but today I have to wait for the 10. It's obvious. The 50-minute fair value gap below Emote is also a suspension block. Okay, that is also a suspension block. Thank you, brother, for confirming that. Thank you so much, brother. But I actually prefer to mark that gap as the obvious gap prior to 9:30. Just before the 9:30, the gap you will get, it's really so important. And most of the time that gap decide the bias. So if that gap hold the market, it is possible this market will keep going higher. It's possible. So until the candle is not going to close below this gap, I can't frame any kind of sell for the AM session. The real problem is overnight big run. Around the night or Asia session or London session, market was extremely bullish. That is the real problem. So overnight big run caused the morning session consolidation most of the time. Guys, don't forget to push the like button. Just push the like button and subscribe to our channel if you are new. We're trying to make sure that we are trying to be, I mean, we are going to be the disciplined trader, not kind of pushing button trader. Okay, so just push the button. That's not trading, that's gambling. Don't do that. I took my boom from bearish order block, time Tesla members 90. Okay, before 9:30 we don't trade, Anatoly. So if you got the boom, I really appreciate it, man. Boom for you. I don't like to trade in between 9 to 9:30. That is the area I don't like to trade, because in that area most the beautiful setup doesn't work most of the time, not always. But if you got that, congratulations, brother. And of course you have observed that area and you have studied that area, then of course you can trade. I don't want to trade because I didn't find any beauty from that time frame. Yes, Matthew, yesterday and today overnight big run so far. In today's live session, members only live, around the PM session, I'll talk about the session liquidity. Asia session, London session, New York session, lunch hour. Yes, sir. Jamie, I'm here to reply your question, brother. If I know there is an SMT that has formed. Yeah, I can see it. This low has cleared by here by ES. This low failed to clear this. This low failed to clear that low on NQ. But I would love to see it will keep falling and it will take that low. This low will be cleared. Okay, I would love to see that. 10:30 candle 50 minute is a order block, correct? Yesterday. Yeah, there's the order block, brother. Uh, Beautiful order block. That's the order block from 50 minute chart. My question to you: when do I need to discard this order block? When the liquidity will be taken. Order block has a job, and the job is to take the liquidity. Any kind of liquidity, if it can take any kind of liquidity. The order block job is done. It can retest this order block. There is nothing wrong. But if the liquidity is taken, don't reuse that gap again or that order block again. Fair value gap you can keep using. but order block, breaker block, mitigation block, then a rejection block. Their job is to send the market until the next liquidity level. You're most welcome, Jamie. Bullish inversion fair value gap is holding. Brother, I really think that it's gonna be broken. Okay, I really think like that way. Everything is gonna be broken, and this market will keep falling if I'm not extremely wrong. I really think like that way. So we'll see. We'll see. Still, we have time to wait, and you can see this market is not moving anywhere. So I don't need to worry about this market right now. We can keep waiting. Until now, there is nothing so far. Anybody can tell me why I am marking this one as an water block? Don't look at this fair value gap. I'm not marking it through this fair value gap. This fair value gap, I'm not marking it. I am still keeping it because this is the fake breakout. Any of you can tell me that why I'm marking this candle as an water block? Okay, I'm late to the stream. Can you tell me about the PM session, deep dive price action member? Brother, it's gonna be only for the members, not for everyone. Okay, brother, only for the members who are you can see some people has the green name over there. Uh, Only they'll be able to watch this one. It's gonna be a session for them only. We have already talked about this, by the way, about to liquidity. With the order block, there is no relationship with the liquidity. I mean, it will take the liquidity, then it will be the order block. There is no relationship with the liquidity. Now I know that you will say ICT told that, ICT told this, ICT told blah blah blah. I don't want to go to that. I mean, what to say? I mean the uh, argument or debate. All I'm saying that is my belief. There is no relationship with the order block and the liquidity. So if you take the liquidity, I don't care. If you didn't take the liquidity, I don't care. All I care the order block. By the way, it has actually traded this week 50%. That is a very prominent week. So as it has traded the week, not the 50%, the week, the whole week is a gap. It is the last fair value gap. If it trade the CE, that means it has traded the last fair value gap. If it doesn't trade the CE, instead of that, it came very near to the C. For example, it didn't touch to that C. That is the sign this is an extremely bearishness. Okay, if it touch it, there is nothing wrong, but if it fail to touch it, that means it is extremely bearish. By the way, the whole week is the gap, and I use that as a gap. The CE of the 50% of the week is called the last fair value gap, of course, from the 50-minute chart or the hourly chart. If you would love to take the entry, you can take it, but I'm not taking this trade. I'm just showing you an order block, that's all. Come on, baby, one night, Friday night, all night. Can you please tell me why I'm marking this one as an order block? No propulsion block. Please don't add the propulsion block. Why I'm marking this one as an water block? It's gonna be beautiful, Murshad, very soon, brother. How can you be the member? You see, here is a link. I post a link to the pin comment. This is a link. So if you click on that link, it will bring you here I'm not able to do that. Okay. This is what the membership look like. I'm not able to do that because this is my channel. But you will see a join button over there. If you click over there, if you join to that area, there will four option actually. You can choose any of them and then you can join, brother. Any of you can tell me that why I'm marking this one as an water block. This one. Okay, I'm not saying that this one. I mean, if it close below both of these candle, then both of these candle is gonna be the water block. So these two candle will be the water block because it traded 940. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Wow. Boom. Thank you, brother. By the way, thank you, brother Kuba, for saying boom, brother. Yesterday, the water block didn't work, right? I mean, sometimes shit happens. I have nothing to say. Yesterday's water block actually, it was just unexpected, absolutely unexpected. First time it didn't work, it was acceptable. But next time when it stopped me out, I was really so I was feeling so bad over there because it should work. But that specific one candle, 1 week destroyed my water block. So nothing to do. Whatever. Thank you, listing. Why you guys are writing boom? Any of you took that entry, by the way? Harish Verma target profit hit. Uh, is that for you? Did you take that entry? Belmont, thank you for that boom. Khalid, thanks for that boom, brother. Thank you so much. Uh, listing March, Prince, Kuba, Ahbab. Thank you so much, guys, for writing boom. Oh, okay, Harish. If you already got your boom, brother, stay still, okay? Don't overtrade, brother. If you already get your boom, don't overtrade. It's a request, brother. I'm waiting for the next opportunity. Okay, brother, we'll see. I'm just showing you the water block. That's all, nothing else. But I will actually take my entry with the 22 YT model. But water block, every opportunity, I'll show it to you. That's all. Took the sell at 25,250, got out 25,217. Wow, that's awesome, brother. So you took the sell from 2250. You took the sell here and you got out around 217. 217. Awesome, brother. That's a huge boom for you. Anthony Hanif, boom for you, brother. Still waiting for 50-minute candle close below the gap. Me too. But I'm also waiting for that, brother. Midnight overrun can cause the morning session consolidation. So still now what you are seeing, this is consolidation. Clear consolidation. I don't have any bias, brother. But if you force me, I would love to take the sell. But especially, I don't have any bias. I would love to see the fall, but really not kind of so much confident. Like the way I talk every day. This is a bearish market. This is a bullish market. Today, I'm not confident about the bearishness. Everything is telling me to think about the buy, but my narrative is telling me to think about the sell because this is a deep premium. Or if you look for the right regular trading hour open, you will clearly see that everyone is chasing the buy market. So I can't simply think about the buy, but price action is telling me to go for the buy. I can't take the buy. I need to take the sell. And that's why I marked this 50-minute bullish gap, and I wanted to see this will be market will close below this gap from 50-minute chart. If you do that, that is gonna be my opportunity to frame the sell. Just look at this 50-minute chart, and from the 50-minute chart you can see this is the 930 candle, indecisive candle. So for this is also in indecisive, that means small body long week. Market is not moving anywhere. It is just keep falling and going higher. Seek and destroy. Overnight big run can cause the morning session consolidation. Retail buying everywhere, even in premium. Absolutely, this is buying. This everyone is buying over here. I don't want to go join them. I don't want to join them. Even if this market go higher, I am not interested to join them because they're taking buy. I'm not. I don't want to be the guinea pig for the market maker. YM is extremely bearish. Extremely bearish. ES is not extremely bearish, but still this is bearish. Still this is bearish. NQ is consolidating. It's not bullish, it's not bearish. It's just consolidating around the same level. Again and again. So this is so far it's not a good price action. They want us buy in premium, but we are ICT soldiers. We know what they wanna do. That ICT halal concept. Halal concept. Don't take the buy, brother, in that type of situation. Don't go for the buy. It's very embarrassing for me to come into a live then not able to frame any setup. It's really very embarrassing for me. I don't wanna set up. I mean, I don't wanna mark any kind of setup because I'm sitting over here. I don't want to do that. Okay, so guys, you have to support me. If I don't say anything, I can't frame anything. I've seen an order block, I have framed that order block. Then I have to wait because nothing over here. I can't frame randomly. I can't do that. I need time. This market has to give me something. This is absolutely bullshit price action. Just look, this is consolidating, seek and destroy. Nothing else. It's going higher. Everyone is thinking this is a buy. They took the buy, they'll get stopped out. This is falling, they'll take the sell, they'll get stopped out. It is going higher again, they'll take the buy, they'll get stopped out. It is happening like that way. Is there anyone who is new over here, or this is the first time you have joined to our live? Is there anyone? Trading is not gambling. We have to wait for the best setup. Absolutely, brother. Okay, except Kuba. Is there anyone else who is new here? Except Kuba. Kuba, I really forgot, brother. Where are you from exactly? Can you please tell me one more time? I really forgot, man. I was not asking that because you have already told me two times. I forgot, man. Okay, Melty, welcome, brother. Imshi, okay, except Kuba and Imshi, who is new. I think Melty is new because I didn't see his name before. To comment here something. I don't know he's also kidding or not, but I think he's new. Welcome to our community, Melty. Is there anyone else who is new? That fall, and you are marking this as an order block, don't do that. Except Kuba, Imshi, and Mahadi. David is new. David, Briscoe. I don't think so that I did. Okay, guys. I mean, you're kidding. Okay, so I'm not sure who is new and who is here for so long. I was just interested to know if there is anyone new. Okay, so if you skip that kidding part, I really would love to see if there is really someone who is new here. I mean, just watching me maybe for 2 to 3, 4, 5 days or maybe 1 week. I'm from Poland. Okay, I was thinking like that. By God promise, brother, I was thinking you are from Poland, but just was not I'm sure about that. Welcome. Thank you, Suzivan, for welcoming David because I think David is also new. I'm not sure about that because I didn't see his name as well. So Melty and the David, I think they're new. Come on, guys, I was kidding. I know you guys are kidding. Please let the people know who is actually new, not apart from the jokes. Don't frame these candles as your order block. Please don't do that. They're not the order block. Mickey, yes, look clean. I can't say this is clean price action because it's not respecting any PDR. It's just falling, retrace without respecting the PDRS. So I just can't simply say that this is clean because it's falling. Just my opinion, Mikey. What the hell is happening with the gold? Okay, Bitcoin is okay. I mean, Bitcoin has nothing wrong. It's okay. Yeah, it's tradable. I mean, we can trade it. But what is happening with gold? It's untradable. You just keep going higher, man. Come on. Awesome. I repeat, don't look for the sell over here. Please don't do that. By the way, if you really would love to push the button, go for that. I have no problem. Which accounts you have? I didn't understand, brother. If you want to trade gold, only buy. Okay. Yeah, only buy over there. No sell. Just take buy, take buy, take buy. It's extremely bullish. It's untradable, man. Nobody should trade that gold market right now. It's gonna be collapse. It's all happening because of the uh, current world situation. We're at the edge. Seek and destroy for sure. Matthew, still we are hoping for the best, brother. Overnight big run can create the morning session consolidation. And as I told, if the market can close below this gap, I'll be happy to frame the sell after closing from 15 minute chart below that gap. But otherwise, it's gonna be really so difficult for me to trade this market. I have to wait. Like, look at this. It's not tradable, man. We should not trade this market over here. Brother, I just tested the trade copier in Project X with one micro lot. It's working well. Wow, thank you, Suzivan, for confirming. Yesterday, someone asked me about the Project X copy trader. So, if that guy is still here, brother, we have just got the confirmation from Suzivan. It works perfectly good through the Project X. So, if you would love to trade the copy trade, you can go for that. I trade gold today with only $10 and book profit $44 only buy. Don't do that, brother. Oh man. Yeah, gold is just kind of bull, 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 bull. Thanks. That's okay. It was Big John Viking. Thank you, brother. Yeah, it will work, I guess, because Suzivan has tested that. Thank you, Suzivan. Thank you, really, really. Thank you, man. I really request you guys don't trade it. Don't trade this market until there is something. You can see from 9:30 to until now, it's just consolidating. We have framed a sell from that order block. We should not go for any kind of trade over here. It just keep consolidating. So let this go. We don't need to trade every time, every market. We don't need to trade them. Today 7 a.m. was not good. I tried to trade. There was no setup at all around the 7 a.m. London session. There was very nice, very beautiful, very elegant, very just look like a wow setup around the London session. Liquidity making session, of course. Otherwise, this session so far is not so good. At least not to me. Now I am বিয়ে করি নাই 2,07,000 টাকা আই গেস 22 ক্যারেট 2,07,000 টাকা মানে আমার ছোট বোন আর কি আমাকে নক দিছিল আজকে ফোন দিছিল তো ও আমাকে এই দাম জানাইছে 2,07,000 টাকা বিয়ে করিনি ভাই বাচ্চা গেছি this is a very important gap, guys. Remember, this is a very important gap, a perfect gap. I'm thinking it will work as a support. I don't want to see anybody close below this gap right now. And just because of this gap, I told you guys not to frame any sell from here. Because if you do that, it will help you to get stopped out. I believe so. I'm not sure it's going to hold it or not, but according to my knowledge, this gap should stop the market and send it higher again. But if it is broken and then market extremely go below, close below this one, I'll be very happy to see that. if you do that. Okay, now it is confirmed as a broken gap. I mean, this gap has been broken already by that candle close. But still, I would love to wait to see that reaction from this gap. Now, please don't push the button. It's a request to all of you. Don't push the button. This is a sell now. Please don't just push the button. It's an idea to take the sell from here. Stop loss is gonna be support. I mean, sorry, it should be just above that gap, just one tick above that gap. Now, I'm not interested to do that. Instead of that, I love to put my stop loss above the candle which has broken this gap. So just that is the high of that candle which has broken this gap. Would love to put my stop loss one tick above this gap, and of course until next rejection level which is here. So until that rejection, please don't just push the button. I'm trying to show you something. Just watch it. So until this rejection block. Don't push the button. Please don't push the button. It should be a bit lower, and stop loss will be here, just here. Come on, come on, come on. Radio on. This is this gap. Actually, it is we use it as a trap fair value gap. So that is the logic of this trap fair value gap, that it should not go above this gap again. After closing it, it tapped here, then it should fall. It should not go one tick above this gap, not even one tick above this gap. But sometimes wick did the damage. I'm really afraid of this. That is why I tried. Later I have decided, okay, at least the candle is going to break this gap. I will put my stop loss above that candle. Okay, so that candle, above that candle, like one or two tick above that candle, something like that. Then target the next rejection block. Please don't push the button. Please don't push the button. It's a request. Please don't push the button. Hey Lander, where are you, man? 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. Where are you, man? তাইলে এর করা লাগবো না ভাই, রূপা দিয়ে করেন। If you could translate what you said, we could also laugh with you. Okay, this is something about the marriage. I think we should not talk about that. Okay. Nobody should close above the 50% of this gap. Not even a single body should close above the 50% of this gap. Please don't push this button. So that is the CE. Not even a single body should close above that black line. Still now there is nothing, so I'm waiting. I will keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting for the next opportunity. It's not good. The body has closed. It's not absolutely good. This is the first rules for the trap variable gap. Nobody should close above the 50% of this gap. Okay, if you push the button by confirming something by yourself, I don't have any problem, brother. I really don't have any problem. I mean, it is according to your analysis, go for that. I have no problem. But just because I'm showing this to you, you are going to push the button, don't do that. And if you push your button depending on your analysis, please make sure you have taken a partial to this rejection block. At least take some partial over here, as you have pushed your button depending on your analysis. Okay, so I don't have any problem with that. Just my request, take the partial to this rejection block here, that area. There, it should be the partial over here, and then you hold the trade. It's up to you, man. This on candle close, I really don't respect this one. I mean, it should not do that. Wow, you got your boom. Congratulations, Ahbab. Guys, I clearly told that please don't push the button just because I'm showing this to you. Okay, I was very clear over here. As Ahbab, he has pushed his button just because he was seeing something over there. I don't know what he was seeing, but yeah, if he was seeing the same thing with me, that is his decision. I can see listing March also got the boom from the eval. Eval passed. Congratulations, brother, for passing that eval. If you get a boom to a specific account, switch that account to another account. This is the trap fair value gap. I have already talked about this gap a lot through my live streaming. If you have only one account, stop trading, Ahabab. Hey Jamie, thanks for that boom, brother. I know that you didn't take this trade. I'm waiting to see this candle close below this gap. So if this candle close below this gap, I believe that then we'll be able to see good price action. I think as you said, better have another account. I will buy maybe one of Bullnox. You can do it. Bullnox has 83% discount right now, listing March. So 83% discount, but make sure that you have to pay an activation fees. Okay, brother? Instead of that, if you go for the Blue Guardian futures, it's gonna cost $40, no activation fees. So it's your choice, brother. Bullnox, you have to pay the activation fees. Currently they are running 83% discount. 70 more dollars to pass my evaluation account, so closed. Okay, so you are very near to passing your eval. Just 70 more dollars. Don't over leverage. It's my request, Jamie. Please don't over leverage. Make like $30 for it. Take your decision like this way. Okay, if I find next opportunity, I will take a partial, not 20 handle. I will take a partial around 10 to 15 handle, and I will put my stop loss to the break even, and I will try to make by next trade maybe $35, maybe $40, something like that. Think like that way, okay? If you think I have to make $70, it's gonna be complicated, okay? It's a psychological game, brother. So finally, the 50-minute candle has closed below this fair value gap over here. Any kind of buy run now, liquidity taken, and the sell setup below the 50% of this gap. I'll frame that sell. So first I need some kind of buy run. It can go any of this gap, of course, and then if it make a bearish setup below the constant encroachment, I'll take that sell. CRT, that's a very tough question for me. Which prop firm should you buy? That's a very tough question for me, brother. To be honest, man. You have to choose your own prop firm. People like Top Step, My Funded Futures, Apex, Take Profit Trader, Tradify, Bullnox, Blue Guardian Futures. Uh, It's up to you. But if you ask me, what is the best? Apex is the best. If you really would love to get your success from trading, you need Apex. Why? They're the only prop firm they will let you trade 20 accounts all together, 20 funded accounts. After the apex, what is the best? Take profit trader is best in any way. Take profit trader is the best. Every single day you will be able to get your payout. If you have the money problem right now, Blue Guardian futures have a promotion. You can use the Blue Guardian futures. Great deal right now. But do your own research and then do it, man. Yesterday first macro didn't work, second did. We'll see how it's gonna looks like today. Let me see. The first macro was here, I guess. Let me check. That was the first macro. Let me see. Okay, if I would love to trade the macro depending on my analysis, remember it went higher. Any kind of selling opportunity below this concurrent crossment, I'll frame that sell. So now I'm good to go for selling opportunity below the concurrent crossment of this. Okay, I'm just below the concurrent crossment. No sell is valid while the market is above the concurrent crossment or the 50% of this gap. No sell is valid. So today's macro started around 950 and it has closed around 1010. So this is the macro. What happened when this market came into the macro? First, it has taken the buy side liquidity. The buy side liquidity has been cleared. No market structure shift, nothing over here. I can see the market structure shift. No, I can't do that because this is not a swing high. Whatever. Let's see what happened over here. First, it went higher. Same thing happened. Clean highs, only highs. And then after clearing the highs, market structure shift. I can use the market structure shift, but no immediate reaction. So this macro doesn't provide any setup. Yeah, today's macro, first macro didn't provide any setup yet. Okay, just go for the Blue Guardian futures, brother. This is the best opportunity right now, the Blue Guardian futures. Today is actually not the here. Blue Guardian futures. So if you come over here, they're right now running 60% discount. And if you go here, standard 50k, use the code T2Wizard. It will cost you $40, just $40. 3000 is your profit target. 1250 daily loss limit, don't touch it. Maximum drawdown 2500, end of the day drawdown. Weekly payout, no activation fees. Yeah, that's all. So I think it's the cheapest right now. The cheapest one is this one, in my opinion, right now, and it is valid until come on, until 15th of this month. Look at that week. It's one of the best week ever. That one to mark the quadrant level. So finally we have found our 22 YT model for today. The best model, by the way. Stop loss here. 21 handle is too much actually. So make it here. And target is the sell side liquidity. If you have any here, do you have any? Yeah, you have some sell side liquidity here. That should be the target. So today's first 22 YT model is over here finally. Would love to see if it can provide us any entry opportunity. That's all we'd love to see. Okay, actually we have a new opening gap here, 184. 184. That should be the partial. If you provide the entry, by the way, 184. That should be the partial. If it, by the way, if the entry is not before tapping to this line, that means without tapping to the entry, if you tap here, that buy is not valid. So keep that in your mind. Today's new opening gap is over here. See this line here. So if you tap to this line before giving me the entry, that entry is not valid. Okay, there is no entry gap, so of course we will have no opportunity to take the entry from the entry gap. We have to take the entry from this gap. That is the only opportunity. Finally, we have found our 22 YT model by today. If it doesn't provide the entry, that's gonna be bad luck for us. This entry is going to be invalidated if and only if it come before giving me the entry, it come here, then it's gonna be invalidated. At the same time, discount the candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So within 5 candle, it has to give me the entry. If it doesn't provide the entry, don't chase the market. Please, it's a request, don't chase the market. Didn't give me the entry, be happy with that, but don't chase the market. This gap reaction should send the market until the entry gap. So this is the 50-minute gap. I'm not interested to see this gap will hold the market. What I'm expecting from here, it will give the market a bit higher run, and then I will get the entry from this gap. So reaction will send the price until the entry gap. This is called reaction. So I'll get the reaction, and then it will reverse when will go through this. That is the best case of scenario. I would love to see that. If it doesn't happen like that, and instead of that, if it go through this gap, which is our expectation, we'll have nothing to do. Simply we'll have nothing to do over here. But don't chase the market. Keep counting the candle. Within 5 candle, you have to get the entry. One, two, three, four. Within 4 candle, I got my entry. I don't want to see any kind of respect from this gap now. No respect, nothing. It has to go. Just think like there is no gap. Okay, so kind of this. There is no gap. It has to go through this gap because the reaction already done. Came here, sent the market until this gap. This is called reaction. Reaction is done. Now it has to go through this gap with speed. No kind of Mickey Mouse move. Nothing. Speed will go through this. at least until this line, which is the new day opening gap. So after reaching here, it can give me some kind of reaction. There is nothing wrong. If the body close below this line, that's gonna be the best order block ever. The best order block. If the body can close below this line. DB, I think I have explained this gap. If you have noticed that, what did I say here? This gap should give me some kind of reaction. That reaction will send the market until this gap. Okay, just to give me the entry. After reaching to this gap, I don't want to see any kind of reaction from this gap. It has to go through this gap. So think like that way. There is no gap. Simply there is no gap. Think like that way. You are seeing there is no gap. This has to be the partial. If you don't take the partial over here, you are a perfect gambler. Don't gamble. It's a request. Please don't gamble. It has to go through this gap with speed, like this type of candle. See this candle? I want to see this type of candle will go through this gap. Okay, Matthew, congratulations, brother, for passing your eval. I can see that two guys has passed their eval. I am not sure about Jamie yet, because Jamie was saying that he just need $70 only to pass his eval. So I'm still waiting for his confirmation. But congratulations, Matthew, for passing your eval, brother. Don't overtrade. Stop overtrading. Though this has closed, I mean here, I am not impressed by this market yet because I need speed through this gap. There is no gap. Just look over here. There is no gap. This is all explained in my members only live actually. Reaction versus reversal. So I really don't know how to. Okay, Jamie, you are still in this trade, brother. Matthew, thank you for that boom, brother. Kuba, thank you for that boom. Now 50. Boom, Belmont. Thank you so much, brother. Jamie, just let me know if you are still in this trade or not. Remember, this is the best order block now. The best order block now. Something like that. Oh, you already closed the trade? Why did you close the trade, by the way? Or you didn't take that trade? I think you didn't take that trade. Thank you, Teza, for writing boom, brother. Oh, you did, but you closed the trade early. Why did you close the trade early? I just told you to take the partial and put the stop loss to the break even, if I'm not wrong. But okay, it's okay, brother. I mean, you did a good job. That's cool, man. Instead of take partial, I closed. No worries. No worries, man. No worries. Okay, those people who closed it, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate. I should not say like that way. Yeah, absolutely. You did a good job, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I'm not liking this market anymore, okay? Because this gap is respecting. I don't want to see any kind of respect from this gap. It should go through this gap with speed, like boom, something like that. This type of candle. See this candle? I want to see this type of candle over here. This type of Mickey Mouse move, I don't like it. I will get it. I believe so. Uh, Here and there, I will get it. But I will get it. By the way, my partial level didn't touch yet. Okay, so market didn't touch my partial level yet, I guess. 20. Oh, okay, actually it has given me the 20 handle partial. Okay, so 20 handle partial should be here. So it has already provided me the partial. You can see there is the 20 handle here. That should be the partial 20 handle exactly. And then the target is over here. As the market has tapped to the open of this order block, I would love to mark the open of this order block. Also close the trade, no problem. Those people who closed the trade, I really appreciate it, guys. My job is to show you the best setup. I'm doing that, nothing else. Unlike this shit, this gap is holding this market. I'm not liking it anymore. Is this just because it would love to trade the min threshold of this order block? If it is the reason, I'm still cool with that. So it has already traded the min threshold of that order block as well. So now it should fall. Otherwise, I really don't like this shit. By the way, if I were in this trade, my stop loss would be here now. Not at the break even, here. Just above that order block. One body has closed above the min threshold, the next body has to close below this min threshold. If it doesn't happen, this is gonna stop me out by anyhow. This is the reason I didn't put my stop loss to the break even. I told that it should be just above that candle. See this candle, this is the order block, so I have to put my stop loss above that order block. One body has closed above this min threshold, acceptable. The next body has to close below the min threshold. If it doesn't, I will get stopped out. So next time market will close below this order block, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. Body will close below this order block, stop loss will be to the break even. I know, guys, you are thinking that, brother, this gap is holding the market, and you are saying there is no gap. You are bullshit. So all of these things you are saying, but I am asking you guys to focus what I'm saying. Okay, just don't look at this price action. It the respect send the market to trade the min threshold. It is a gap you should not focus. This is a gap you should not focus. For example, it went higher. Still, I don't think so. This gap is holding this market and it sent the market higher. Sometimes shit happens. Maybe it will go higher from this gap and I will be wrong over here. I'm okay with that. But never ever I will give this gap any kind of priority. At the beginning of this stream, I explained why this gap is not important. So please focus what I am saying instead of just doubting doubting me. Okay, please don't doubt me. Focus what I'm saying. You'll learn this market. Okay, you will learn it so beautifully. Yeah, it can respect it from that line, which is the new day opening gap. It is possible, but from here, no, there is no possibility. The reaction sent the market until the min threshold, and then this market, look at the speed. See this speed through this gap. It is expected this market should give me the speed through this gap. So your job is to focus what I'm saying, where I'm giving the priority, where I'm saying that this is nothing. Yeah, I can see it, but Sujivan, this relatively equal highs you're seeing here, it's not clean highs. So I'm not giving that much priority to these highs right now. I'm seeing this actually reacting from this new day opening gap. Did it close? Still, it didn't close below this gap. It should close below this gap with this speed. That is the gap I want to see it will be unfilled. This gap should be unfilled by the third candle. If it is unfilled, you will see how strongly it will fall for this sell side liquidity with so much speed. If it is unfilled by next one or two candle, you will see the speed toward that liquidity here. This is called consequences. Focus on your 15-minute chart. So if you see some liquidity over here from 15-minute chart instead of 1-minute chart, of course they're important. if you see any kind of liquidity over here. So this market is reacting from that nude opening gap. On my right hand side, you can see here, this is reacting from this nude opening gap. Okay, it is acceptable to get some reaction from this nude opening gap. I don't have any problem, and I believe that eventually it will be broken and market will take that sell side liquidity. So by one or two candle, if it fail to fill this gap 100%, wait for the big run. Just wait for the big run. Just believe me, wait for the big run. All I need to say, it should not close this gap 100%. It can trade this gap, no problem. It can trade until 50%, no problem. But this gap should not be filled 100%. I need that to get the speed toward the liquidity. Is there anyone who is in this trade? Is still in this trade? By the way, my stop loss would be at the break even right now. When it has closed below this order block next time, stop loss should be at the break even. Is there anyone who is in this trade yet and holding it after taking the partial? Holding it. Now, I'm not asking you are in or not. I'm asking you are still in this trade or not. Okay, I can see Tevin is in this trade yet. Okay, guys, make sure that you have taken the close the trade here to the sell side liquidity. Okay, and the stop loss should be to the break even. And if you ask me, not exactly to this break even, instead of this, I would love to put my stop loss above this mean threshold. So here somewhere. I'm not asking to do that, but if you do that, that's the best case of scenario because it is respecting this new opening gap, which is from today. So new opening gap can break everything. Okay, so that is why I'm saying that is the case of scenario to put the stop loss above this mean threshold. Even if you get a stop out, be happy with that. This is inside the macro, so market can fill the macro job toward that liquidity. So around the macro, it take the liquidity, sell side liquidity. There will be a bullish market structure shift, trade that bullish market structure shift, take that relatively equal highs. It can happen. I'm not saying it is going to happen, but it can happen. So no need to take that risk. So it's better to put the stop loss one tick above this mean threshold. It's my opinion. I'm in this trade. Okay, those guys are over here. uh, make sure that you have taken the partial, your stop loss is at least to the break even. Okay, even if you don't want to close the trade, no problem, but make sure your stop loss is at least to the break even. This is the sell side liquidity. If this gap is filled 100%, that means it is not going to fall. No, it doesn't mean that. If it fill this gap 100%, that means I'm not going to get falling knife. If it close this gap 100%, that means I'm not going to get the falling knife. I will get the sell, but I'm not getting the falling knife. Okay, kind of like 1 2 3 4 5 bear candle and take that sell side liquidity. I'm not going to get that if it is filled by 100%. If it is not filled by 100%, and you can see it has traded this gap, best case of scenario, and now it will keep falling. That's the best case of scenario, and you will see the falling knife. Just wait a bit, you will be able to see the falling knife. Because this gap is still unfilled, so falling knife is kind of confirmation. See this speed, I love to see this type of speed if it is not filled 100%. Falling knife, I called it falling knife. Okay, speed toward your liquidity. Now I would love to request you guys, please close the trade over here, don't hold the trade here. By the way, my stop loss would be above that candle right now. Without any kind of hesitation, I'm not again asking you to do that, but if I were you, my stop loss would be just above this candle, one tick above that candle. I don't care about this market anymore. If it go higher and stop me out, I don't care. Okay, so it should be above this candle, but you can do whatever you want to do. Me too, I'm in on the trade. Okay, Utaku, congratulations, brother. You're still in this trade. Happy to know that. Just one tick above this candle. If it go here, I'll get stopped out. I'm absolutely okay with that. First time, then price. Right now, market is in the macro. So the macro would love to send the market higher. I don't want to take the risk anymore. So if I can cover some profit, that is the best case of scenario for me. That new day opening gap is still holding the market. I want to see the body close below this new day opening gap. If it can do that, okay, you will see another big fall toward the sell side liquidity, another big fall. If it doesn't do that, or the candle support that line, it can go a bit higher and then maybe it will fall later, but not now. Now look at that run. It came to the upper quadrant of that week. That week I explained today is a very important week. The sell side liquidity is over here, of course. So I am not interested to close my trade around here. I would love to see if this sell side liquidity is taken over here or not. Okay. So that is the scenario where it came here, sent the market it higher, a bit higher. I am interested to put it one tick above that candle because it is respecting this week. So this candle is important. This candle should be supportive candle, so the high should not be taken. If the high is taken, that means this market will, this has another possibility that it will keep going higher because it is respecting this quadrant level from the daily candle. If you remember at the beginning, I've showed to you. Okay, so this high should be intact. If it take that high, there is a possibility it will go for that relatively equal highs. So I'm not interested to hold my trade here to lose a lot of profit. I'm not interested to do that. If the 50-minute candle can close below this, I'll mark that 50-minute candle quadrant level and I'll cover that quadrant level. But first I need to see the body close below this new opening gap. So after 30, within 34 seconds, this candle has to close below this line. The right now 1-minute candle has to close below this line. If it doesn't do that, very next opportunity I'll trail my stop loss because the new opening gap is holding the market. So 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. So it is holding the market. Now it can start to go higher again because the new opening gap is holding the market. I prefer it will fall. If it doesn't, then I have to trail the stop loss. As whenever I'll get the opportunity, I'll trail the stop loss. For example, it will go a bit lower until this rejection block. I'll put my stop loss above that candle from here to here because the new opening gap is holding the market. So it will come here. I'll put my stop loss above that candle. I mean, of course, after closing this candle. Whenever this candle will close, I'll put my stop loss above that candle from here to here. Now I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just telling you the logic why I'm doing that, because this new opening gap is holding the market. I don't want to lose that small portion of that money. I don't want to lose that. You don't need to do that again, guys. Where is my stop loss right now? Just one tick above that candle. Just one tick above this line. So if it go one tick above this line, I'll get stopped out. This new opening gap holding the market. So I don't want to take any kind of risk over here. Now I'm not saying again to do the same thing what I'm saying over here. I will just move this candle, this line with the price action. Okay, this candle will close. I'll put it by covering that open of that candle, just covering that open of this candle. after closing this candle, when this candle will close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This should be my stop loss. Why I'm doing that? Because this new to opening gap is holding the market from 15-minute chart. It is holding the market. I don't want to take any kind of risk. I've seen that it left some buy side liquidity over here. So does it want to go for that buy side liquidity? I don't care. So I would not take any kind of risk over here. The first time I'll get the opportunity, I'll trail the stop loss. Okay, this candle will close below this rejection block. It will close below this rejection block. I'll put my stop loss 1 tick above that candle, just 1 tick above that candle. If it can close below this red line, the sales, you can see this red line over here marking sell side liquidity. If it can close below this red line, I'll put my stop loss over here, around there. Not yet. Right now my stop loss is here, just covering this candle. Look at that candle open. I'm covering that candle open. And if it give me the boom, then of course I don't need to think about here. Now my stop loss is here, just 1 tick above this candle. Again, I'm not asking you to do that, but if you'd love to put it anywhere, you can do it. I don't want to lose any kind of money over here, that's all. See this, how this high is been protected. That should be the boom. So we have shown you the beautiful 22 YT model. Depending how we have weighted here, forget about that order block trade, this trade, forget about everything. Market went higher. The thing I told, first it has to go higher, then the setup has to be below the 50% of that gap. Market structure shift, fair value gap, best 22 YT model, best order block. One candle has closed above this mean threshold. The next, let me actually remove it because market never trade this order block. Another candle has closed below this mid threshold, and then you have seen unfilled gap. As I told, if it is unfilled, you will see this type of expansion. See this falling knife, you will get that if it is unfilled. If it is filled 100%, you would say that it went higher a bit, then falling, higher, falling, higher, falling, that something like that. So guys, I really appreciate if you write down boom to the comment box. I went through all of this price action. Okay, now it is falling, don't give a shit, brother. I prefer to close the trade over here. Now if you don't want to close it, you would love to hold it until this line, which is my target for today, I have no problem, man. Come on, I don't have any problem. But in my opinion, it is enough for being profitable. In my opinion, this 39 is enough for being profitable. Now thank you so much guys for writing boom to the comment box. You have seen a lot of boom today, by the way. Good setups today, but why aren't you trading on screen anymore? I'm not trading here because I have to trade the account by myself. Yesterday I just, I mean, messed up with the chart. Okay, so actually today I took a trade where I have made some $187 before this session started. Okay, so that's why I'm not trading right now. I'll trade again when I will be alone, not in live. Trading inside a live is huge pressure. Okay, brother, so I would love to trade by myself. That is the reason. I hope you'll get the idea. I've already taken a trade actually by 5 micro contract, and it was $187 only. I'm okay with that. Thank you guys for writing boom. Hey Jamie, thanks for that masterclass. But brother, how much do you need to pass that account? I thought that you were actually in this trade and you took the partial, you were holding the trade, but it's okay, brother. See this fall, this is called falling knife. Why you are getting this falling knife? Can you tell me? This is the reason for you for getting that falling knife. It didn't feel this 100%. If it doesn't do that, this is the falling knife. Look, this falling knife, nobody can trade this falling knife. Nobody can enter over here. Nobody can enter over here. Why? Because it is the falling knife, and this is that TGIF line. Remember the TGIF I have explained? This is that TGIF line. When this happened, while the market has closed below this 50-minute gap, boom. Remember this clean lows? If you have watched yesterday's video, I mentioned this clean lows. This is that clean lows over here. That is that line. Clean lows. Market never leave it, man. Wow, finally the equal lows from yesterday has been hit. Yeah, Sujivan, in the video I have explained yesterday, or I have posted over there, I have talked about this clean lows. Remember why this is left over here? I have explained that. Now it's time for me to look for the buy. It's very uneasy to say because nobody will believe me, but it's my time to look for the buy now. So I believe, guys, you have got something from this session. Even though we actually struggle a lot with this price action, I showed you small scalping around here, and then I showed you the best 22 YT model over here, and then boom, I was with the price action step by step. I'm just feeling very bad. Yesterday's order block didn't work. Sometimes shit happens. So it didn't, the order block, first two order block I have framed, it didn't work yesterday. I was really so bad. I'm feeling bad over there because that was so beautiful. The real wizard. I'm the wizard of, of the NQ market. She's my girlfriend. So she should respect me. Yes, brother, I remember because I pointed out the equal lows in the AM session. Absolutely, brother. Before you pointed out, I didn't notice there is the relatively equal lows. Thank you so much, Suzivan. But that relatively equal lows was so awesome. And as I told yesterday, market is not interested to finish the TGIF by Monday. So it is going to leave that clean lows, because if it would love to trade the TGIF by Monday, then it should keep going higher, right? If the TGIF is done by yesterday, then today what should be our bias? Bullish until this line. It should be a bullish market. Now, if it would love to trade that TGIF, it has to clear that clean loss. So it has decided not to clear that clean loss because it doesn't want to finish the TGIF by today, by yesterday. It take today's price action to fall for the TGIF. It's not important anymore. The job is done. So if the body close above this line, then the TGIF is done. Either way, I have to remove these lines from my chart because it's done its job. Why are you not see 1 minute liquidity clear for the trade? Okay, let's go with your question, brother. Thank you. I really appreciate because you have asked that question. It's really so important question. So beautiful question. This is the origin of the starting of that run. Now, don't forget about this 50-minute gap. What did I say? No sell is valid to me until the 50-minute candle close below this gap. So let's go with step by step. Here, this is the first time market has cleared the liquidity, not this one. This is the time where I should look for the liquidity clean. It has cleared the liquidity, gave me the market structure shift here, the clean market structure shift after beautiful market structure. Why this is valid, brother? Because there is one swing low, yeah, two swing low, one and two, which is maximum. I mean, I can take maximum two swing low. This doesn't look like to me a swing low. This like a very good swing low to me. Not this one, but still, as to make the swing low as a valid swing low, I use this type of swing low as a swing low. But it's the sideways candle, so don't get confused. This is also sideways candle, but still I can use this one as a swing low. I have got my market structure shift over here. After clearing the liquidity, this is the market structure shift, entry fair value gap, breakaway gap. There is no other gap above here, nothing over there. After the market structure shift, thank you so much, brother, for asking that question. Who was that guy? Rana Huzaifa. Thank you, brother, for asking me this question. Entry gap, breakaway gap. A very small gap, by the way, breakaway gap. My trade should be from here. Now, as I was waiting for the 50-minute candle close below this gap, which happened actually here around this area, you can see uh, exactly 10:29, I could take the entry over here. But the problem was this gap was above the constant of the 50-minute bullish gap. I told that sell is only valid if the gap is below the consequent crossment. Look at that entry gap. So that is the first gap. I can take my entry. Unfortunately, it was above this consequent crossment of that 15-minute gap. I was watching all of these things. So what did I say? I told if it can go higher first. Not looking for the liquidity. I never mentioned liquidity. Liquidity done here. Trade, fair value gap, breakaway gap. The best 22 IT model is here, and this is called inside setup. As I have to use the higher time frame for framing the sell, and I'm not able to take the entry from here because the gap is above the consequent crossment, I need another market structure shift. Here it is not important to take the liquidity because liquidity taken has been done over there. It's already done over there. Finally, this is the setup, fair value gap, everything is over here. You remember I marked this one as a consecutive order block because I was watching this 22 IT model. That was my consecutive order block over here. Unfortunately, market didn't actually trade that consecutive order block. Instead of that, it has given me another market structure shift. This higher time frame is going to set a new price, new run, new beginning of the run. This gap is going to frame that market structure shift, entry fair value gap. By the way, there is just one fair value gap, not two fair value gap. It would be the best if it could tap to this consecutive order block. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. Then made another order block from below this gap. My whole price action is going to start from here, around there, not from here. This is not the starting of my run because it was supporting this gap. So then this is the fall, and as I told, this is the time to look for the buy. So you can of course frame the fair value gap around this area, then you can look for the order block. Just let me do that for you guys. So if I use it, so I can see it came here. Let me mark if I have any fair value gap from, like, by the way guys, from the 50-minute chart it's a bit messy price action. Okay, so I'm going to go to the hourly chart to see if there is anything. Okay, perfect. So this is the gap, you can see, and I told that it has to come in the deep discount. Remember, it has to come in the deep discount. This is the deep discount. It can't work with the premium level and then keep going higher. It is not possible to do that. It has to come in the deep discount. By the way, Huzaifa, is it clear, brother? The question you have asked, is it clear? It came to this hourly gap. Why hourly gap? Because 15-minute chart is bit messy. You can see here it's bit messy over here. Okay, a lot of gaps over there or something like that. So come here, the lowest down close candle which has made the order block. I have to mark the order block high. The consecutive order block, no, it didn't close above this consecutive order block. So this is the order block. I have already teach you this order block. The next body has given you the entry from the order block. So that should be the entry from this order block. Here stop loss has to be 2 tick below this one. I'm not able to do that. Why? Because the 40 handle. So what I will do, I will try to make it around 20 handle. So somewhere here, just here, okay, something like that, anywhere here. Okay, if you really would love to put it over here, I have no problem. And in that type of situation, you have to go 1:1, which is here. That should be your 1:1 partial. But I prefer to go for 20 handle. So either I will take the entry from this order block here, or I'll try to take the entry from the opening of this order block, depending on my idea, whatever is going to help me. It all depending on the situation. So for the sake of this conversion, I'm going to show it from here. And its target, partial should be around 20 handle. That should be the partial. And then stop loss to the break even. Maybe you'll get stopped out to the break even. I don't know what you are doing in that scenario, but this is that order block I have explained through my YouTube, YouTube, what to say, the YouTube video. That was that order block. What did I say? This is the time to look for the buy. So you will look for the order block 1 minute and the 50-minute order candle, hourly gap or 50-minute gap, whatever you have marked. You will mark this order block. You will take that entry over here, or again from the opening of this candle, depending on your stop loss. So if you would love to take the entry from the opening and you would love to cover that order block, sometimes you will miss this trade. Okay, sometimes you will miss that trade. Nothing to say. Okay, sometimes you will miss that trade, but at least you have to cover 2 tick below this candle, which is the order block, and you have to take the partial around 1:1, which is 29 So here, and then you'll put your stop loss to the break even. Now if you don't want to do that, instead of that, you'd love to take the entry from here, from that order block, would love to cover the order block low, which is 39 handle. So you have to take the partial around 39 handle according to the order block logic. So that should be your partial. After taking the partial, you'll put your stop loss to the break even. This is all up to you. I don't have any problem. The way you would love to use that order block, you can do that. If you ask me, I prefer 20 handle stop loss. That's all I prefer. But if you would love to go from the order block, cover that whole order block, you don't care about your stop loss, then this should be your partial. That means you still didn't get your partial. If you get the partial, then you will put your stop loss to the break even. So maybe it here, let me mark a line. So if it come here, then you will put your stop loss to the break even. Okay guys, it's cool. Hey Marquis, where were you, man? Guys, I'm the wizard. What do you say about that? That's all I can do for you guys, to read the market step by step, step by step, step by step, so that you can understand everything so beautifully and you can make some money from this market. Wizard strikes again. Thank you, Marquis. Above, time for paper trading. Let's go for the paper trading, brother. No other YouTuber does it like the wizard. Thank you, Tevin. I really appreciate it, man. That's a huge compliment for me. Thank you so much. Sachin, yes, you are the wizard. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you so much. Dolls, boom, thank you. Sister, did you get the boom? Jamie, what a day and amazing class today. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you so much, brother. So, guys, I'll close my stream around 11:30. If you have any question, just let me know because I will close my stream around 11:30. In the meantime, if I get anything, I'll of course show that to you. Hey dolls, thank you sister for being green today. And those guys who are my YouTube member, please try to join today's PM session live. Okay, it's gonna be only for the members. So those people who have the green name on the chat, please try to join to that PM session stream. Okay, if you are not able to join, don't miss this session. Watch it later. It's gonna be boring but worthy to watch. I promise you, brother. Kuba, I have to take my dinner, I have to pray, and then I will come, okay? You will know that. Uh, I think around 2 p.m. or maybe around 1 p.m. I'm just not sure about the time, but 1 to 2. Anywhere I will start. If you miss it, no worries, you can watch it later, so it will be there. So you always show me the session liquidity, right? Asia session liquidity, London session liquidity. I'm gonna break that today. The session liquidity. Really, man, I laugh when you guys actually show me the liquidity. I laugh. I can't just simply say things over there, but I laugh. I know that it's very difficult to understand. Like ICT has shared his quadrant level. People are marking that. He has shown the suspension block. People are marking that. They don't study. They just watch it and then they take the decision. They don't study it. Okay, so that's why I laugh sometimes. Okay. Jamie 27. Oh, you need still $27. I hope, brother, you will pass it, man. But don't trade around the London session. Sorry, around the lunch hour. It's a request, brother. Please don't trade around the PM session. Please, so not PM session, lunch hour. Done it you. No, what happened, brother? You are my member. You will be able to watch it. But if you are watching it, make sure that you have a broad mind. You're not judging me. Okay, don't without judgment. If you want to join, I really appreciate it. Thanks for the stream and sweet booms. Thank you, Mahdi. Did you take any trade today, brother? Mahdi? I love London and Asia session, high and low. Of course, they're important. I'm not saying they're not important, but I'm saying the way we should use that, most of us actually don't use it the right way. Because we have seen ICT told London session high liquidity, Asia session high liquidity. So we think like London Station high is taken, it will go for the London Station low now. And to be honest, whoever is doing the live streaming in YouTube for free, all of them are promoting this. I'm not interested to judge them. I don't know why they say this, because they are really a great trader. They have like 30-40,000 subscriber. I have no idea how can they, I mean, mislead his viewers. They should not do it. Yes, sir. I took two winner shots today. Wow, awesome. Congratulations, Mahdi. So maybe very soon I'm going to get some money from my moderator, Mahdi. No more trades for me. Maybe later. That's the best decision ever, Jamie. That's the best decision, brother. Because today's job is done. Okay, Jamie, the job for today is done already. What is the job? Market has to trade the TGIF line. It's done already. So the rest of the day, this market can be kind of consolidation, something like that. It can happen like that way. So job is done, trade is done, something like that, brother. Try to trade tomorrow again. By the way, tomorrow best area to trade is 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Don't forget about that, okay? Because tomorrow's morning session is low probability. So if you would love to trade, make sure you are trading in between 7 to 8:30. You know what you make in your account, and please tell in percentage of your account. What do you mean by that, Rana? Do you have a video on TGIF concepts? I have uploaded a video yesterday. Okay, in that video at the beginning, I have talked about the TGIF, and I believe that it will be clear, 100% clear about the TGIF if you watch the yesterday's video. In month, what percentage you want? I don't trade like that way, Rana. I don't look for the risk to reward ratio. I don't look for anything else except the price action. So it all depends on the price action. No percentage, nothing. By the way, guys, if any of actually took the entry from the order block and you put your stop loss here, still you didn't get your partial. So your partial should be here. You still didn't get your partial. I hope that it will give you at least the partial. Even though I don't respect it, I don't look like this way. I prefer maximum 20 handle risk and then 20 handle partial. That is the best case of scenario for me, but I believe it will give you at least the partial, and then maybe it will do something else. Did you take 7 a.m. kills? And today we didn't have any trade around the 7 a.m. I took a trade actually from 8 to 8:30 by using the 750 macro. Uh, so, but 7 a.m. I was in front of my chart. I didn't get any opportunity to trade around that area, unfortunately. Can you put the title as TGIF explanation? It will be easy to find. I'm going to, it's not about the TGIF, unfortunately. It's not about the TGIF. So if you go to the playlist, I'm going to provide you the link, okay? So a lot of videos, guys, by the way. It's not all about the TGIFs. At the beginning of the video, I talked about the TGIF. So I can't just make it TGIF. I have to make it price action because it's all about the price action. So I'll just provide you the link. You can watch it from here. They are fake, brother. You are a real person, real human being. No, they are not fake. I don't know why they actually do this, but I believe that they have some reason. Okay, but I just don't know why they mislead the people, or at least his followers. I don't know. Anyway, any wins today? Okay, guys, I want you to reply, fans, Matthias Roosterd fans who asked that any wins today. So please tell him, guys, do we have any winnings today? If I go from the beginning, please reply him, guys. That was the first trade. I think it was until here. I don't remember exactly over there. Then this was the second trade. We have framed here to here. And finally, that was the third opportunity. And actually put the stop loss, I guess, if I'm not wrong, here. That was the stop loss until this sell side liquidity. And I didn't actually do it in live. I just told that now it's time to look for the buy. And of course, my maximum stop loss is gonna be 20 handle. Partial should be around 20 handle, and then I'll get stopped out to the break even after taking the partial. That should be the last trade. That's all we have done for today, brother, unfortunately. Thank you, guys, for that for that reply, man. I took 135 points. Wow. So I guess you hold the trade until where? Until here. Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome, by the way, sis. I would love to keep it here because that was obvious to me. I don't need to hold it actually after that. Never count wins and loss. Just think, did you learn something? Just think, did you learn something? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that should be our focus. Did we learn something? Did we absolutely that should be the right question. Did we learn something over here? The way I explained the price action, did we learn something from here or not? Bro, I learned a lot. I did learn a lot. Thank you, Reddy. Thank you, Tevin. At least you guys get something from here. I didn't waste my time, I will say like that way. Okay, thank you guys for being over here. It's already 11:30 and no trade is valid until 12:50 to me. I won't be here around the PM session in public, but those people are the member. Please try to join in my live. Okay, so in that members only live. I'm not sure about exactly when I will start it, but I believe it will be in between 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. in between these two areas. Okay, thank you so much for being over. Soon I can do it on my own. That's all I want you to do. Take whatever you can take, then leave me alone. Do your own profit, come back to me. Just tell me, brother, I got my profit, I got my loss. Now I'm enjoying the price with you. That's all. I want you to do that. I always learn from Tito. Thank you, dolls. Thank you so much, Arsuna's sister. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Mahadi, for sharing our Discord link. It's absolutely free. If any of you would love to join our Discord, you are welcome. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers. And members, please don't forget to join us